Be honest, have you ever leased a car and thought, smart move, lower payment? Or taken a loan and felt like an idiot because your neighbor pays half as much? Here are 3 questions. Which is actually cheaper, lease or loan? Where do you overpay more, and by how much? And the big one, what's the difference between paying forever for something you'll never own and paying once for something that's actually yours?
Woohoo!
The answers will surprise you. Stay till the end, there's a number coming that will change how you see leasing forever. Meet Max. Max is a normal guy. He works, pays taxes, occasionally eats broccoli, and one day Max decides, enough. No more driving that embarrassment on wheels. Max needs a new car. This is non-negotiable. He opens the dealer's website, just browsing, just curious. $299 a month. Max does the math in his head. That's less than he spends on coffee and subscriptions he forgot about. That's less than his gym membership he uses twice a year, both times in January. This is basically nothing. The dealer greets Max with a smile of professional grade. Not just a smile. The smile of someone who already knows how this ends. Dealer, welcome. What are you looking for today? Max, just browsing. Dealer, internally. Sure you are, buddy. They sit down. The dealer pulls out a piece of paper. On the paper, one number, $299.
Yeah.
Nothing else. Just $299 in a nice little circle. Max looks at the number. The number looks back. What about the total cost? Asks Max. Good job, Max. The dealer smiles even wider. Why think about total cost when the monthly payment is so comfortable? Max nods. Max signs. Max drives home in a new car.
Woohoo!
The dealer waves goodbye. Max feels like a winner. The dealer also feels like a winner. One of them is correct. For the next 3 years, Max is living his best life.
Wow.
New car, full warranty, 0 surprises. Something broke? Warranty.
Yeah.
A seed died in August? Warranty. Neighbor is jealous? That's just a bonus. Now meet Jake. Jake bought the same car on the same day, at the same dealership, but Jake took a loan. $522 a month. Max sees Jake's payment and thinks, poor guy. $522 versus $299. That's $223 every single month. Max feels like a financial genius. But then year 3 ends. The dealership calls Max. Max, your lease is up. What would you like to do?
Huh?
Max opens his mouth to say something smart, and then it hits him. He has nothing. 3 years of payments, $12,764 gone. The car? Not his. Asset? 0. Max stares at his hands. In his hands, just a phone with the dealer's number. Max has 3 options. Option 1. Buy the car at residual value, around $17,000. Max looks at that number like it personally offended him. Option 2. Hand back the keys and walk away. Clean. Free.
What?
But then, no car. And Max needs a car. Option 3. New lease. New car. $299 a month. The dealer appears from nowhere. We actually have some great new models. Max is already walking toward the new cars. This is called the conveyor belt. You never get off. You just move to the next section. Now, Jake. Jake, that same month, makes payment 36 out of 60.
Wow.
He's not done. 24 payments to go. But Jake has something Max doesn't. An end date. Specific. Real. Circled on the calendar in red. Every payment Jake makes brings him closer to the finish line.
Whoa.
Every payment Max makes brings him closer to the next starting line. 3 more years pass. Max finishes his second lease. 6 years in, Max has spent $2,000 down on lease 1, $10,764 in payments, $2,000 down on lease 2, $10,764 in payments, total $25,528. Assets, 0. Car, not his. Dealer, very happy. And Jake? Jake, that same month, makes his 60th payment.
Yeah.
Max's phone rings. It's the dealership. Jake spent $34,320 total over 6 years. But his car is worth $11,000 to $13,000 right now. Jake's effective cost, roughly $22,000. Max, $25,528. Asset, 0. The flip happened quietly. No fanfare. No announcement. One day the numbers just switched sides. Okay, let's talk about the things the dealer doesn't write on that nice little card. Mileage caps. Most leases give you 10,000 to 12,000 miles per year. The average American drives 13,500 miles a year, meaning the average American violates lease terms just by living normally.
What?
Max drives to work, to the store, drives to his mom's for the holidays. Max is over the limit. Penalty, 15 to 25 cents per extra mile. 5,000 extra miles over 3 years? That's $750 to $1,250 as a surprise at the end. And that's not all. Wear and tear. Scratches, dents, scuffs. That tiny dent from the supermarket parking lot? $300. Stain on the back seat? $200. Wheels slightly scuffed from a curb? Another $250. And the final punch, the disposition fee. If you return the car and don't sign a new lease with the same dealer, you pay $300 to $500 just for them to take their own car back.
What?
You are literally paying for the privilege of leaving. 10 years later, Max has done 3 leases, spent somewhere between $45,000 and $52,000 total. Max has no car. Well, he has a car, but it's not his. It never was. Jake spent $34,320 on the loan, then another $10,000 to $14,000 on maintenance over the next 5 years. Jake's total, roughly $44,000 to $48,000. And Jake has a car in his driveway, old, but his, worth $4,000 to $6,000. The gap over a decade? $15,000 to $25,000 in Jake's favor. Multiply that by 5 cars over a lifetime. You get a 6-figure wealth difference between someone who leases forever and someone who buys and holds. Of course, there are situations where leasing makes sense. You're a business owner who can write off the payments? Different conversation. You drive a BMW and know that out-of-warranty repairs are their own special kind of pain. Different conversation. But for the average person driving an average car, buying wins. Every time. It's not an exciting answer. Nobody's making TikToks about paying off their Honda Civic. But the math doesn't care about your content. The real question isn't lease or loan. The real question is, what does this actually cost when it's all over? Because that's the only number that matters. Hey, next time someone slides that little card across the desk with a beautiful low monthly payment, don't look at the month. Look at the decade. That's when you see the real picture. If this video showed you something new, subscribe. We break down how money actually works every week. No fluff, no boredom. A like tells us you got something from this, and it helps us grow. See you in the next one. Max will be waiting.